Tower Control, Malaysian 370.
Malaysian 370, Lampu radar, good
Jake,
morning. Climb flight level
2014.
250.
A Boeing 777 carrying 239 people takes off from Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, bound for Beijing. Less than an hour later, it vanishes. No distress call, no debris, no trace. It's one of the greatest aviation mysteries in history. And more than a decade later, we're still asking, what really happened to Flight MH370? This is not just a story about a missing plane. It's a story about unanswered questions, shadowy clues, broken systems, and one chilling possibility. Someone didn't want this plane to be found. It's just past midnight. MH370 lifts off the runway at 12:41 a.m., headed north. The plane is cruising smoothly. The weather is clear. Everything seems normal. At 1:19 a.m., air traffic control says good night to the cockpit. The response? Good night, Malaysian 370. That's the last thing ever heard from the flight. Just 2 minutes later, MH370 vanishes from radar. Not slowly, not with a signal. Just gone. Civilian radar no longer sees it. But here's the twist. Military radar still does. For the next hour, the plane doesn't crash. It turns around. It flies back across Malaysia, across the Strait of Malacca, then out into the Andaman Sea. Why? Why turn around silently? Why fly off course without a single emergency call? Was it mechanical failure, hijacking, or something much darker? Within hours, a search begins. Dozens of ships, planes, satellites. Even fishermen scan the South China Sea. But nothing is found. Then, 2 days later, satellite data changes everything. An Inmarsat satellite picks up an unusual handshake signal from the plane hours after it disappeared. Using that data, investigators identify 2 possible flight paths. A northern arc, stretching toward Kazakhstan. A southern arc, leading deep into the Indian Ocean. And based on the fuel it had, the southern path seems likely. Suddenly, the focus shifts to the middle of nowhere. Open ocean, no radar. No witnesses. They begin scouring a 46,000 square mile area, larger than Kentucky. They search for 4 years and find nothing. As hope fades, theories flood in. Some sound logical, others like movie scripts. Let's talk about the most chilling one first. Theory number 1, the captain did it. Captain Zahari Ahmad Shah, 53 years old, experienced, calm. But later investigations found something odd. He had a flight simulator at home, and on it, he had simulated a route eerily similar to the one MH370 took, ending in the Indian Ocean. Was it a test run? Did he depressurize the cabin to knock out everyone on board, then crash the plane in a remote location on purpose? No motive was ever proven, but no one else on board had pilot training. Theory number 2, hijacking. Could someone else have taken control? Passengers with false passports were on board, but Interpol found no links to terrorism. Still, the lack of communication, the sudden turns, the silence, it all felt planned. Theory number 3, mechanical failure. Could there have been an onboard fire? That might explain the sudden loss of contact. But what fire keeps a plane flying for 6 more hours? Theory number 4, shot down. Some suggest a military accident, like what happened to Iran Air Flight 655. But again, no proof. No deki, no admission. Which brings us to the real horror. What if someone did this and succeeded in covering it up? In 2015, a barnacle-covered wing flapper washes up on Reunion Island, east of Madagascar. It's from MH370. Over the next year, 33 more pieces wash ashore across East Africa and the Indian Ocean. Tiny fragments, but still, no fuselage, no black box, no victims. And here's the bizarre part. Barnacle growth on the debris suggested it hadn't floated long, which implies it sank, then rose again. Or was it planted? Some researchers suggest the crash site must be further north than the official search area. In 2018, a private company named Ocean Infinity took over the search with the latest underwater scanning tech. Still nothing. And just like that, the trail went cold again. More than a decade has passed. 239 people. No answers. No justice. The families still wait, still mourn. Some believe the truth is being kept from them. Others believe the answer lies somewhere deep, buried beneath miles of ocean. But here's what haunts us the most. In an age where your phone can track you within feet, a Boeing 777 can disappear, and no one could say exactly why. MH370 didn't just vanish. It exposed how fragile our systems really are. The radar gaps, the delayed response, the politics between countries. All of it shows. Even today, in the modern world, things can go missing. And maybe some things are meant to. If this story gripped you, don't forget to subscribe. We've only just scratched the surface of the world's biggest mysteries.